Welcome along, Susan. Great to have you with us. Looking forward to getting started. Just going to set the phone up and we'll be good to go. Okay, so. Okay, welcome along everyone on YouTube. Welcome along everyone on Facebook. Whatever time of the day you're tuned in or over the weekend, you're very welcome along. Don't be afraid to maybe just skip a minute ahead if you're tuned in at a later point. So Friday session, chair gym, good strong chair, plenty of space. And I'm just going to guide us through a couple of movements. We'll go through these movements for 2 rounds. Couple of coordination challenges in there. Some movements will be a little bit slower, some movements will be a little bit faster. But as ever, just make sure you're working out pain-free. If any movement causes pain, just to change, leave that exercise out, not to persist if it doesn't feel good. So we're just kind of tipping into 2 o'clock, just letting everyone filter in. I'm going to guide us through the warm-up and then straight into our main blocks of work. Right, so we have a couple of people coming in, sound is working, all good. John, welcome along. Grand, so let's begin. I like to keep people kind of active, moving straight away, and you can just join in as we start. So let's lift the right shoulder and then the left shoulder, just a little shrug. Sitting nice and tall in the chair, I should say as well. And we're just going to start to get that little bit of movement. So we'll just start very simple with a shrug of the shoulder. And we'll start to gradually just progress and open these movements out. From there, I'm just going to lightly shake the hands out. Okay, and then just return back down, just lifting the 2 shoulders together, up and down. Just think shoulders up towards ears and then back down. Okay, now just bringing right hand to shoulder, just guiding that shoulder backwards. Just creating as much movement as comfortable, maybe starting quite small and then just opening it up as you go along. And a nice opening through the shoulder. You want to then change direction and just guide that action forward in circles. And down, swap sides, left hand to my shoulder, and again just going to guide nice big circles through the shoulder here. And then just change direction. Welcome along, Helen on YouTube, very great to have you with us. And down, okay, next if we just fold the arms, thinking about the shoulders working together now. Just want to guide those arms around in circles. Okay, so just creating as much movement as we comfortably can here. Just a nice movement through the shoulders. I'll always just talk about those shoulders at the start, or maybe we feel a little bit tight, a little bit stiff, maybe just lack of mobility. So we're just opening up the position. Change direction. Just that nice circular motion with the arms. Maybe what starts off quite small just starts to open up. And back down, okay? I'm just going to kind of become a little bit more dynamic with the movements now. They're kind of just giving that little bit of extra focus to the shoulders today. Just going to straighten up the position, bring the hands up. I'm going to go over to the left and press, over towards the right and press. So just going to start opening up now, just becoming a little bit more fluid with some of these actions. Just a little swivel, side to just a little swivel, side to side, and press. Now reset the position, over to the left, and press the 2, and then over to the right, and press with the 2. So now just pressing 2 arms across. Nice kind of diagonal positioning here, so just a little swivel side to side and a nice smooth press out from chest. And back in from this position. So I want you just to start lightly rocking the feet forward and back, so you're going up on the toes, back on the heels, and I just want to raise one arm in front, one arm to the side, and just alternate. So just start to open up the position. One arm in front, one arm to the side. A little bit of concentration, a little bit of coordination. And once more. And back. It's just going to steady the position. Now I'm going to reach across. Just stretch across, just opening up through the shoulder, side to side. Okay, just kind of gradually moving down the body. What I want to do is just bring the elbows in, just curling hands to shoulders, and at the same time, you might just lightly rock the feet forward and back. Starting to open everything up, warming up, hands towards shoulders, just switching on to the arms and just opening up through the elbows. Back down, just going to start stretching those legs out, so bringing a little bit of width in, lightly tapping your heel towards the floor. And then just bringing it narrow, stretching legs directly in front, tapping your heels towards the floor. And then exactly the same again, just opening out with a little bit of width, just stretching the legs out. Just returning back in. Now I want you to lightly guide your toes towards the floor, so just gently tapping those toes in towards the ground. A little bit of width again, just opening up the position. And bring it back in nice and narrow, stretch the legs in front, tapping toes towards the floor. And then just opening it out nice and wide. Just stretching the legs across side to side, pointing toes towards floor. And then just bringing it back in, rock the feet forward and back. Just kick the legs out nice and light. And then I'm just going to bring us into our main block of work. In a couple of seconds. And down. Okay, so warming up finished. I'm going to move into our first block of work. Couple of movements, try them out, explore them, see how they feel. Some of this will be a little kind of postural. You might feel areas like your upper body. And also a little bit of core in this block of work as well. So, first movement, I sit forward a little bit. I sit tall, arms out, pull back. I want you to think of your hands coming in towards your shoulders. Draw the elbows back and get that lovely nice squeeze between shoulders. So just reach in front. Pull back. So you're rowing in a nice high position. Pulling back or rowing. Nice squeeze between shoulders. Rowing, pulling back. Again, I'm just going to explore this one. I don't want to set a kind of short rep count. I just want to perform lots of repetitions. Really just connect with the position. Trying to get that nice feeling between shoulders. As you roll, pull back and get that nice squeeze. Let's try 3 more. And then once more. Reset. Okay, hopefully that's feeling good. Just keeping that position forward, upright. Now I want to start with the arms out. Just lightly clench the hands. And then open the arms from front to side. So maybe more directly working with the shoulders now. As I just open from front to side. But again, getting that lovely squeeze, maybe a little bit of feeling between the shoulders. But thinking the actual shoulder themselves. Controlling that action front to side. Keeping the arms roughly about shoulder height. Maybe you're going to get tired. Maybe you need to go lower. Maybe you need to alternate. Make any change if needed. Once more. And back down. Okay. Just giving the shoulders a little break now. And we're going to work a little bit of core or kind of trunk in general. So this first one, I want you to think about getting a stretch on your side. So what I'm going to do is bring hands to the side of the head, nice and upright, core switched on. I want to tilt my body to the right. So like this, and I get a nice stretch on the opposite side. Return to the middle, and then to the left. What I want to do is break it down in the middle. So I'm getting a nice stretch as I lean to one side. And I think the side of my body, and the more side I can, lateral I can keep this movement, as opposed to bending forward at all. I just want to lean to the sides, reset, go again. You might hear a little exhale as I lean, and I initiate the movement, and then inhale, return to center. And back up, okay? Core, I've included this in the last couple of Friday sessions. I'm just going to include it again. Just nice to practice in on this one. So, showing you from the side position, I sit forward, my legs are straight, I'm on my heels, I hold the side of the chair, and I just lean back into my chair. Imagine a piece of string attached around each foot, okay? And you're just going to pull up towards the body. Now, I don't need to do that hand motion, but I just want you to kind of visualize the idea of the foot coming towards the body as opposed to knee up to ceiling. So just think of pulling the leg in and that foot and knee in towards the body. So my core again is engaged, it's switched on, and I'm just pulling the legs in one at a time. I'm pretty sure I included a version with the feet off the floor, but just kind of stripping it back today from the floor position. Pull back. Let's go another couple of times. Once more. And back. Okay, just return. Regular position. Any movement there you didn't like, don't be afraid to change it. And we're just going to reset and go straight back in from the start, okay? I'm forward in the chair, I sit tall, arms out, rowing, pulling back. So again, getting a nice squeeze between shoulders, draw the elbows back, and I'm keeping the arm position roughly shoulder height. Might drop a little bit lower, that's okay. But you're trying to keep height in the position as opposed to low, if that makes sense. Keeping that little bit of height. Draw the elbows back. Nice squeeze between shoulders. And imagine grabbing in front and then pulling back. And let's do 3 more. 2, 1. Reset, okay? More directly maybe now, focusing on the shoulders again. Nice and tall. Arms out, just lightly clench the hands. Open arms, front to side. So think of just pulling back, nice and smoothly. So the arms go from that front to side position, pulling back. Keeping the arms straight. Pulling back, thinking about my shoulders, nice controlled pull back, keeping roughly shoulder height. Might get tired, might drop a little bit lower, and that's okay. Let's go 5 more, and 3, 2, 1. Back down. Okay, returning to our stretch on the side. Just reset the position, that core engaged, hand side of head, tilt to the right, reset back in the middle, and left. Side to side, little exhale as I tilt, inhale, on return. to middle. Getting a nice stretch through one side. Once more each side. And back. Okay, let's return to my side position just for the purpose of demonstrating what I'm doing. I'm sitting forward in the chair, my legs are out, I'm on my heels, a straight leg position, holding on, and I lean myself back. Pull the right foot up, pull the left foot up. Core switched on. That's not to say we might feel around the hips with this movement as well. We'll just pull back as opposed to directly up to the ceiling. Think of drawing the foot and the leg towards your body. I'm not leaning forward and bending or anything like that. I'm just staying in my fixed position, drawing each leg up one at a time. We'll just continue on. A couple of times. Let's do 2 each side, lifting up, and 1. And back down, okay? Reset, return to the chair, regular position. And we'll introduce a fresh set of movements. Just take it relaxed in between. Rock the feet forward and back, just keep a little bit of momentum here. And I'm going to set us into a fresh round of work. Okay, so next little block I have, we're going to include a little bit of work on the hips, again a little bit of shoulder, what else we got, and another little bit of core as well. Okay, so let's begin. One I do quite a bit, but it's just to do this one with a little bit of focus. So open the feet, a little bit of width, hands together, arms straight. I just want to gently relax the arms between the legs. I want to straighten the position up and raise the arms as comfortable. Return. We're going to drop the arms between legs. Nice and tall. Raise the arms. Now, I'll always talk on this movement about working in the ranges that are comfortable. Only go forward as far as comfortable. Only raise the arms as far as comfortable. You don't have to push down too far. You don't have to raise perfectly overhead. Work with your shoulders and just in terms of comfort. And I'm not going to rush this one. I don't want to go to jolt between these two positions. Just want to move with a little bit of control here. Particularly when I straighten my position up, keeping that back straight and not arching to achieve this raised overhead position. A couple of times. I'll try this twice more if that feels okay. And once more. And back down. Moving to the hips next, one leg at a time. I might just hold the side of my chair, right foot off the floor, and I want to open my right leg out to the side, so just continuous in a lateral plane, so just opening to the side in a continuous loop here. So just keeping that right leg moving out to the side. Again, what maybe seems very simple or easy, it does actually become quite tiring through that hip, especially if we're keeping that foot off the floor. Just opening that right leg out to the side in a continuous loop or circle. And let's keep it moving. And rest. I'm going to just swap sides to elevate the left foot. The same idea, holding on, opening my left leg to the side. So again, just in a continuous loop or circle, opening out to the sides. Just continuing on with that left leg, opening out to your side. And just going a good long bout and down. Okay, reset. A little bit of core. What I want to do is, for this next one, I want to bring hands to the side of the head, much like we did in the last round. Now what I want to do is lift your left knee and rotate the right elbow across. So like this. Just want to work through that one side, right elbow across, left knee up. Core engaged, switched on. Note I'm not bending, so it's rotation and lift of the knee. There's no bend through the upper body. Just trying this out a couple of times. And switch. Left elbow across, right knee up. Again, there's no bend. So good, strong lift of the knee and a rotation across. There's no bend. Now back, strong through the core, knee up, elbow across. Once more. And down. Rest the arms down, okay? Just going to actually just lightly rock the arms forward and back. Just take a little breather in between. And we're going to go through that little circuit a second time. Make any changes, anything didn't feel comfortable there, just make that little switch, okay? So let's return. Open up the feet. Hands together, arms straight. Just want to drop those arms between legs. Sit up tall. Raise as high as comfortable. Return, back down. And just taking your time. Now we're working through two angles here of dropping down and going overhead, so just not to rush this one too fast. Arms down and straighten up, arms overhead. Let's go a couple of times. Just going to go twice more. And once more. And down, okay? Moving back to the hips, one leg at a time. We're just moving in the one direction today. Right foot off the floor, hold on to the side. And open that right leg out to the side. It's just in a continuous loop in that lateral direction. So out to the side, just over and over again. Just lifting that right leg out to the side. A continuous circle. And just control through that hip. So lifting out to the side. Keeping the foot up off the floor. And just thinking about that hip. Again, not trying to swing too fast. We could kind of end up speeding through. Let's keep control. We'll feel it much better if we just can keep that little bit of control. And down, okay? It's a little bit tiring, that one. Lift the left foot. Open to the side. And again, let's just think in a continuous loop, opening that left leg out to the side. And I feel this second time, there's just a little bit more movement there. I'm opening up a little bit wider. Certainly on this left side anyway, it feels like. It's continuous, opening out to the side. Another couple of seconds. And down, okay. Relax it back in. Going to think about the core again. Setup important, we sit tall, hand side of head. Left knee up, right elbow across. And again, just make sure no bending in the position. So let's begin. Right elbow across, left knee up. We hear that exhale as I lift the knee. Inhale as a return. Another couple of times. I'll try 3 more. And once more. Down, reset, okay? Just take a second. Hands up again. Right knee up, left elbow across. Let's begin. A nice exhale as I lift the knee. Inhale on return. Three more. And once more. And down, okay? Just move it down to the feet. Just take a little breather in between. Just want you to point your toes right and left, side to side. Just catch your breath. I'm going to move us into one final circuit, little block of work. Just pointing those toes side to side. Okay, walk the feet back, point the heels side to side. Just looking at what I have here on the final block. A little bit on the side of coordination, so it's a nice challenge on a Friday. Not to worry about the movements being perfect. And you can just allow a little bit of flow. You might start slow, but build up. You can add a little bit of speed into these movements as you feel comfortable. Okay, so just going to start off. First one will be, I want you to bring your left arm out in front. And what I want to do is open that arm to the side. And at the same time, raise the right arm in front. It sounds wordy when I explain it. It's easier to me just to show it. So what it looks like is this. So just a little coordination. Right arm goes up, down. Left arm opens from front to side. So it's just that little combination. Trying to separate those two movements. Naturally, they tend to want to do the same thing. We're just going to separate the actions a little bit. Right arm up, down. Left arm front to side. Just opening. Swap. Okay. Right arm opens to side. Left arm up, down. As I say, just a little bit trickier as you probably say it, or it sounds trickier than it is. Just open that right arm front to side, bring the left arm up and down. Just a little bit of coordination, a little bit of control through those shoulders. Left arm up, down, right arm front to side. And down, okay. Just going to set up for the side for this one. A little bit more dynamic of a movement. I want to bring the legs out. So if I sit back too far, I can't really straighten those legs out. So I sit forward a little bit. I'm on my heels. What I want to do is focus on bringing my right heel back. So I'm just going to start off simple and build this up. I want you to pull your right leg back from the heel to the toes, if that makes sense. And then what I want you to start doing is adding a little bit of arm movement in. So just to swing the arms forward and back. So again, just a little bit of coordination. You can see how we started slow, bringing the right leg back, heel to the toes. And now I'm just bringing the arms in. So a little bit of coordination. And I can start to kind of flow with this action. If that feels okay, just starting to bring a little bit of flow, a little bit of speed into play here. I want you to then swap sides mid-movement. So not going to take any break down here, just straight in, swap sides. See if you can kind of bring that transition in just for a bit of challenge. Again, just continue to swing the arms forward and back and just pulling one leg back. If you find this tricky, slow it down. Maybe just work the arms, maybe just work the leg. It's fine to break it down. Just allowing that little bit of extra challenge, a little bit of fun with this one as well. Pull the leg back, left heel. Until I'm back on my toes, just swing the arms forward and back. And relax back in, okay? Couple of seconds. Just rock the feet forward and back, take a little breather. I'm going to try that little block of work one more time. And as I always say, you're not going to be hard on yourself with those, particularly that last movement. That's part of the challenge, so it might go a bit wrong. It mightn't look perfect. And you're just getting that little bit of coordination A little bit of trickiness involved, and just a bit of challenge. So let's go again, just starting off with your left arm in front. Pause the feet. Have to think about it for a second. Open the left arm to the sides, raise the right arm up. So right arm up, down, left arm out to the side. So just that kind of combination, two different actions with the arms. One arm is up, one arm opens the side. And switch. Right arm out, open to the side as you bring that left arm up, down. So right arm opens to the side, left arm goes up. A little bit of coordination, opening right arm, lifting left arm up, down. A little bit of concentration here. Last couple of times. One and down, okay? Just turn into my side position. Again, if you found this one, it just got really tricky and messy, like that is part of the challenge here. But if you just don't really like it, you might just work through the arm swing, you might just work through the leg pull back. So you can always break it down, just take one element. But again, I sit forward, I'm on the heels, so the legs are out. I pull the right heel back, and I just have that nice arm swinging here as well. So my right leg goes back from the heel to the toes, and I just lightly swing those arms. And again, I'm really not so worried about how perfect or not this looks. Just getting that nice coordination, pulling one leg back, and just swinging arms forward and back. If you feel comfortable, you can start to gradually build it up, adding a little bit more speed. Just keeping the arms clear to the side, just so you're not going to catch anything. And switch mid-movement, part of the challenge. Left leg back, arms swinging forward and back. Going from the heel to the toes, and just swinging those arms at the same time. And just keeping it going. Last couple of seconds. And down, okay, relax it back in, go on into your chair. Hopefully that was okay, a little bit of coordination, a little bit of thinking at the end there. And I'm going to take it into a couple of stretches, very important just at the end of the week, particularly if you've done a couple of workouts, just a couple of minutes to relax everything down. So let's go with the right leg first, nice and relaxed, straighten the leg out, hold for a couple of seconds, and back down. Straighten that left leg out. So hold that stretch for a couple of seconds, thinking about the leg. And back down. Same again. Right leg out, couple of seconds. Down, swap sides, left leg out. Couple of seconds. Each side one more time, just straighten out. Back down and over to the left. And down. Okay, just going to reset. Take the right knee up. Lightly hold on to that knee. And just to guide the couple of ankle circles, I want you to draw nice big circles through the toes of the right foot. As you'll know with me, I'll always say slow, slow, slow. And I have to tell myself that naturally I just want to speed up and swing the foot around, but I'm trying to break this down really slow, getting a nice full range through that ankle. Change direction, back the opposite way. Just opening up through that ankle, nice big circles. And down, swap sides, left knee up, slightly hold on. And just guide that left foot around in circles, just drawing with the toes of the foot, getting as much movement as we can here. And then just swap, change direction. and down, okay? Just going to bring hands together. Step to the side with your right leg, hold for a couple of seconds. Back in, same with the left. So hold for a couple of seconds. Swap again. And left. Once more over to the right. Over to the left. And back in, okay? Just reset, nice and tall. Arms out, just want to open up that right arm and just turn my head with the movement. Just going to pause for a couple of seconds. Back in front, and then open to the left. I'm just going to turn my head. Back in front, open to the right. Nice and light. Back in front. Open to the left again. Return back to the middle. Just going to do this twice more in each direction. Open up that right arm. Just looking over to the right. Back in. And then over to the left. Once more through each position. Open up that right arm. Just lightly turn the head with the movement. Just going to hold a couple of seconds longer. Back in. And then open that left arm. Just lightly turning my head with the movement. And back in, okay? And I'm just going to move to the shoulders next. Like we did when warming up, just think of relaxing this down, a little bit of movement. Right hand to your shoulder. So I want you to start slowly rolling the shoulder back. Just getting a little bit of movement here. No problem, a little bit of practice to the admin. Be as good as me on that one. So just get a little bit of movement through the shoulder. And just take it nice and slow. And then change direction. As I'm cooling down, I'm not so worried, again, just about speed or anything. And I really wouldn't in any case with the shoulder, but just taking it nice and slow. Just getting a little bit of movement. Swap sides. Left hand to the shoulder. And again, just slowly backwards, just opening up through the shoulder. And swap, change direction. Okay. Bring hands to side of head, elbows in front. Just open up those arms, bring the elbows back, open the position. And relax back in, reset. Open elbows. Relax back in. Just try it out a couple of times. If you like, you can bring a little bit of breathing in here. Just kind of lightly inhale as you open position and just lightly exhale as you relax the elbows in. Nice open position, elbows back, and then relax back in. We'll try that again. And then once more. And back down. Just with the shoulders, I'll do this one a lot where I'll say, imagine the weight's pulling you or your shoulders being brought down and then up, but let's just do it broken down, one side at a time. Right arm, so I want you to lift that shoulder up towards the ear. And imagine you've picked up a big heavy weight in your hand and you're brought down. So getting it full, up, down, not resting in the bottom position, actively pulling down. Same again, lift that shoulder up. And then just actively pull down. Just not to go harshly between the position, slowly up, slowly down. You don't want to jolt between those two positions again. So once more, up, and then back down. And then relax. Left side, same idea. Lift the shoulder up towards here. And imagine I've picked up a big heavy weight in the hand and just actively pull down. So I'm not resting, I'm actively pulling down. Same again, lift up, and then back down. Once more, lift. Just finish it out very simply, a couple of light head movements, and then just a breathing exercise to finish up. And again, it's just important, a couple of minutes, particularly on Friday if you've done a couple of workouts, just to relax everything down. Very simple with the head. I'm going to slowly look over to the right, and then just slowly over to the left. And I'll always say, just avoiding the sudden harsh turns here. Just working a range that's comfortable to you. Slowly turn right, slowly turn left. People often ask about the head, the neck, but I'll always just say caution, slow. No need to push these positions too harshly, and I'll always avoid speed in these kinds of positions. I want to keep it slow, slow, slow. Okay. And then we'll just do the same, looking up towards the ceiling when I've turned to the middle. So look up, slowly down, and don't feel you have to kind of force the positions to extend or flex too much. Just going up and down as far as comfortable for you. Once more. Okay, we'll just finish out. Relax the hands, inhale. You fill that belly with air, and then slowly exhale. Same idea again, inhale. Slowly exhale. Let's do 2 more to finish. And once more. Okay, so that concludes our Friday session. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks very much for tuning in. Well done everyone on YouTube and to everyone on Facebook. If you are on YouTube, we just ask if you don't mind subscribing. That can be just really helpful as well. We're nearly at 1,000, so it just means we can do a couple of extra things. So that's all. But have a great weekend. Hopefully you enjoy the workout, and we'll see you again next week with a full schedule. So great work, everyone. Well done, YouTube. Well done, Facebook.